Hi there, I am Agustin Cabral. I'm making this video for explaining a tech challenge I made for a position in the Sandbox game team. So the challenge was about creating a REST API for managing video tutorials. And I'm going to talk about the decisions I made and the structure of the project in general, and then I will go to the specifics about each tutorial endpoint. I will start showing you the Postman collection. Here I separated the endpoints by resource. The first one is for logging. The second one has the tutorials endpoints. And this last one has some endpoints to help you to test the project. This one will run some specific code I made for load dummy data to the database. This will create users and roles, and will assign these roles to these users. The first user will have an admin role, and the second user will have a user role. This other one is just for checking if the API is up. So now I will show you the structure of the project. I'm using controllers and services. This will orchestrate the operations and will call each service to solve some part of the business logic. And here I am going to show you how I'm implementing the different routes on Express. I'm using several middlewares. I'm using some token validation middleware, some authentication middleware, and I also did a RAPL function that will use currying to call the method in the controller, and this way I can avoid to wrap all these controller methods with try and catch code. So this one, I will send a function, and then I will call the function and will catch the error and send it to the error middleware if it doesn't work, of course. One other thing I wanted to tell you is that I used two different API secret keys. One that is the main one, and the other one is for tutorial video creation. I thought this was more secure than using the same one that could be used for calling any other endpoint. So let me show you. If I log in as an admin, I have to send my email and my password. I didn't encrypt this on the database, but I could have used Bcrypt to do it. I wanted to keep it simple. So when you call this, you will get a token. I'm using this standardized structure for all the results. You will always see an error property that will return false if you have no errors, and true if you have. And the data will contain the desired data. So now we have the token. I'm using a script on tests on Postman to load this data, this response data, into an environment variable, so I don't have to load manually the token on each one of these endpoints. So you send a header, an authorization header with the token, and you can get the secondary token for video creation. For the video creation, the tutorial video creation, you have to send these 3 specific properties, and if you send any other, I will not use them, because on the add method of the controller I'm just reading these 3 values. This way I avoid to get some unwanted value, and this is kind of a secondary way to sanitize the body of the request. I'm also using express validator, so for example, if I don't send a URL here, I will get an invalid value for the video URL. And if I don't send one of the values, I will get invalid value for description. For the update endpoint, you can send just one of the properties, and this one will be updated. You need to specify the ID param, path param for the desired update. For the get all endpoint, you can use 3 different query params: title, description, and sort. These 2 ones will match will find any video tutorial that contains this text in the title or the description, and sort only accepts 2 different values for ascending and descending order. So if I use this, I will get all the tutorials. This is the structure, you see, and here I return a size because I think this is easier for the front end to use than to always ask for the length of the tutorials array. And here you have the arrays, the tutorials sorted by ID in a descending order. So for example, if I want to check all say nodes, but just a few of them has a 4, so I do this and I get just 1. The get by ID works with just the ID, also the delete by ID, and the must delete can only all these ones that modifies the database can only be used by an admin user, a user that has the admin role. If I log in with a user role and I try to delete, I will get a 401 because I'm not authorized. But if I try to get all the tutorials, I will be able. Well, I think that is all for now. If you have any questions, any other questions, I think I already said it. We can discuss about them on the next interview. So have a good day, and that's all.